My life before brain injury was pretty lively. I was a photographer and filmmaker. I used to work in London and commute weekly to Exeter. I suppose it was always get out there and get it. I was firmly convinced that photography and filmmaking was the thing I was doing.
That was how we met at a photographic club, and it was a portfolio evening, Ask the Experts. And Nigel being the expert and me being the, I'd only just got into photography quite recently. I used to be a dentist.
I was introduced to Paula and I thought, she's nice.
We just got on really well and loved the photography, and liked having adventures together.
And she's gone on to become much more than nice. She's very special.
We were going to do this business together, but we're both photographers. I was setting up a newborn photography business, and we'd agreed he was going to be back office, graphics, editing. I'd be the front of house, I'd take the pictures. But we're in a great place. We just decided that's what we were going to do. And the following day I get a call at the bus stop. Kaboom. End of that plan anyway. And lots of plans.
Oh, yes. Yes, I was meeting my daughters and going to my granddaughters and going to the cinema. I was standing at a bus stop. Beyond that, I have no idea because I woke up in hospital.
When the ambulance phoned me, they thought he'd taken an opioid overdose. I went to hospital, he was in intensive care, he was unconscious. They didn't know what was wrong with him. And after about, 7 or 8 days, they sent him home. And I had a broken husband and who didn't work, and he didn't know how to shower. Memory loss. He spoke very quietly in a very little voice. He couldn't read. He couldn't use his mobile phone. And when I got him home, I tried to get him to line the Scrabble letters up in order because I couldn't believe he couldn't read.
Absolutely everything changed instantly. It's like running into a brick wall. As I became more aware of what was going on around me, I became more and more aware of what I'd lost. And that is terribly depressing to suddenly realise that you can't do this and you can't do that.
When he'd had his stroke and he came out of hospital, he could walk, but his balance wasn't right. And he put the trolley back, and then he walked back towards me, coming towards the car, and he just veered off. He got huge issues with balance. You adjust, you do what you can, and he has got a lot better, but, life's never going to be like it was before. We do a lot of cycling together, and he was keen to get back on his bicycle. He recovered massively in 3 months. From not being able to know what to do in the shower to getting back on his bicycle within 3 months was pretty amazing.
Oh yes, and they've been incredibly aided by having a fantastically understanding and supportive wife. I'd never have done it without Paula.
He's got to do stuff, it's our life, and we enjoy doing stuff, we enjoy our adventures. So, it's like, come on, you can do it.
Everything has to be very structured and logical. I follow Paula's instructions. She gives me logical instructions and I follow them. It's kind of disastrous occasionally because I follow them to the letter.
Yeah, people think I'm really bossy because I'm forever telling him what to do. But to have a you've got an end point and a certain time, and you've got to give instructions to get there, otherwise it'll go round in circles doing everything in the wrong order.
Headway has been extraordinarily helpful to be able to come here and mix and meet people who have all the same background is absolutely marvellous, in as much as you don't have to set any rules or baseline, because everyone knows we've all been through a variety of the same experience.
Yeah, you haven't got to try to be the person you were. You can just be the person you are now.
Yeah.
And you don't have to mask the things you can't do, or that you can't speak as eloquently as you used to. It's been fabulous, hasn't it? To meet a group of people, do stuff you love. It's a big gang, and everybody looks after each other.
Mm.
Nigel had a heart attack last year, and when we came back the first time, they all stood up, cheered, clapped. It was amazing, the support that we got.
It was very moving. And they are the friends who have these similar experiences. And as Paula said, this thing of us all being a gang, a group together, sharing these experiences and our lives, it just makes life tolerable. There is so much of life that once you have a stroke, you suddenly lose, and it's like becoming disconnected from life. And coming to Headway, I've become connected. I've become connected to all these people and connected to Headway, and it's belonging again.
When you've had your life limited, talking about adventures now, they have to be smaller. And you just cycling from where we live to a local farm shop, we did that yesterday morning, and that's a little adventure for us. We love Cornwall, we love the surf, bodyboarding. We absolutely adore going down to Cornwall and getting in the water whenever we can. This is something that Nigel has got back to since his stroke, which is quite amazing. We went to Alaska. We sailed up the Inside Passage on one of the big ships, and that was fabulous. Go and see whales, the scenery. Nigel had always wanted to see a big glacier, so for his birthday, we did a helicopter flight, landed on a glacier. We'd only been together about 3 years before he actually had his stroke, so we didn't have a huge amount of time to do, we haven't done masses of trips. We'd done some. We went to Paris, didn't we?
We did. Yes, I got into a punch-up with a pickpocket.
I wasn't too impressed.
No. We have lots of plans. We always have plans. How they will pan out is open to all kinds of things, but certainly taking the camper van and going camping places, and it's something I've always wanted to do. And she looks so good driving a camper van. She looks like she's on her way to a festival.
I'd love to do the whole of the UK, but it's being realistic, and we need to do it in bite-sized chunks. A couple of nights away to start with, see how we get on, and hopefully it will all work out well.
Inside here, I'm still me, but it might be a slightly different me. But accept me, take me for what I am, because we're only ever here once, and you have to live life absolutely to the full whilst you can.